Previously on sailing vessel Arcturus.
Alright, we're going to go back to there.
Neil's tying us off. Good morning from Bänö. This looks like Bänö, but it's not. This is a small little island and tie-up spot we found out from a local Ålander we met yesterday in Rodham, Christian. He's an opera singer from Maryheim, and he sat down with us with our charts and marked a bunch of good spots for us to check out that are kind of local knowledge. And so, you know, four or 5 hours later, we were here. Pretty exciting. It was my first bows to tie up, which was terrifying, but also exhilarating. Neil's done it before when he did a cruising season here before, so he knew how to go about it, but man, I was stressed. It's such a different aspect of sailing that I've never done. It's much more like camping than what, you know, we're used to in the States, as far as like what you associate with sailing and anchoring and cruising in the States. Is very different, it feels. This is amazing though. You can just cruise up to a rock, tie off to a tree, explore the land. A lot of like families here will do all their cooking and stuff right here on the rocks. It gives them a lot more real estate, so they can have smaller boats out here and know that they can have more land to spread out with their family or just a couple, you know, go exploring. So this is a island little nook we come up into. There's like cattails everywhere. Haven't seen much as far as wildlife goes, but the location is Neil mentioned it looks similar to the Ozarks. And there's you know, like peat moss and lichen and all kinds of stuff growing everywhere. Just so much vegetation. I got my first like really full night's sleep last night. I blacked out my windows with t-shirts on the outside of the cabin, and getting used to these really long, you know, these white nights had been really difficult. I'd been sleeping like 4 or 5 hours a night. So last night I slept solid like 7 or 8 hours. So I'm feeling good. We're gonna move on to Coco or something. I think that's what it's called. Seems like we're gonna have a broad reach sail today, and only got to do a little bit of sailing yesterday. We mostly did motoring, but the day before we had a perfect sail, so, you know, every day it changes. So here we are, the Åland Islands. Unbelievable place. Great archipelago, lots to explore. Sailing vessel Arcturus, tied up like a beauty. And can't wait to see what our next spot looks like. We had an amazing sail today from Bänö to now we're in Sandvik. We had great wind the whole passage. We're recording a Stern View podcast and heard a bump, and the wind had shifted and was kind of tapping our bow on the rock face. So we quickly got up, got everything underway, got off our mooring, motored across the bay into like the wind shadow, and got everything ready for the passage. After that, we had great wind all day. It was kind of variable, but always decent. We thought it was going to come around on our nose, and we were going to have to motor, but it never happened. We ended up being able to point high and squeak it out. There were times we were doing like 3 knots, but there were times we were doing like 6 knots. So it was interesting coming out of that, all these like sort of like groups of islands, and especially because a lot of them are like windswept, just kind of rocks. The winds were screaming. As we were coming out into this open water portion to come this way, we saw a very an Audi racing monohull, and he was laid over pretty far, and I was like, oh man, we might have some wind out there. But I'm sure it was just because of his sail plan. We were overpowered for a while in that area, but you could kind of tell that it was going to fall off once you got out past this one section, and it did. But it was nice, really, really nice. Clear skies, sun was out the whole time, and sailed the whole way, which is a dream. So, and we came in. This is like a cool little working harbor. It's a proper guest harbor. They have laundry and a giant kitchen, and they have a little store and showers and everything. But it seems like kind of like a rural working port, for fishermen or locals and stuff. So yeah, gonna check this place out some more and be on our way tomorrow.